All right, Earth Signs, welcome back to the channel. Welcome in, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Earth Signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, going to do energy read here of what you don't see coming. All right. If you were drawn in by the title, there may be something here for you. Otherwise, do not try to make messages fit. All right. Hope everybody's doing well, staying hydrated. Okay. No doubt, it is hot. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. All right. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. All right. I do appreciate you guys for your support. I do appreciate my subscribers, everyone for your support. I do thank you for tuning in with me. All right. We're going to start off, guys, with the Declare and Decree deck. Again, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you're new here, this is just a ritual of burning and releasing. Okay, declare and decree. It's burning and releasing. Any negative energies or spiritual energies is all spirit. This is spiritual. Okay, so anybody new here, this is spiritual. You may not even be an earth sign, but you may have earth in your chart. Okay, again, if you tuned in, there may be messages for you. But we do burning and releasing here. This is what I start off with in all of my messages. Okay, you wouldn't have it no other way. So that's all this is rituals, positive rituals of burning and releasing. Okay, so earth signs, let's see what we got here. Earth signs, all mind control and illusions created by the powers that were are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All mind control and illusions created by the powers that were are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. You would want to write that down, set your intentions, and burn it. Okay? Of course, in a safe place. Fire destroys. Destroy any negative energies, anything that could cause blockages, right? We have all unforgiveness. All unforgiveness of myself and others are now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. All unforgiveness of myself and others are now cleared from my energy in spirit and in flesh. Okay, you would write that down and you would set your intentions and burn it. All right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, my earth signs. What do we have for earth? My earth signs here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A lot of admiration. Okay? Some folks admiring my earth signs. Admiration. Alright? People admiring you. People that you may not even know are admiring you. Okay? Maybe they admire the way you carry yourself. They admire your character. They admire the way you are as a person. Alright? Some people could be offended though. Some people could be offended because of how abundant you could be. Maybe because you stay to yourself. Maybe you don't talk to a lot of people much anymore. Maybe you created some boundaries with some people. Okay? My earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And someone could be dealing with a bit of anxiety. You could also be learning to like overcome some anxiety as well. Transmuting the energies. Okay? Past, present, future. Time is energy. Time is energy. Time is energy. Hey, it's all energy, right? Surrounded by energy. Time is fluid and so is energy. Okay? Let's see what we have for you. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Two of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Hey, King of Swords and Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords. Two aces so far. The Fool. Okay. And the Six of Wands. And you have the Page of Wands. Some of you could have some opportunities presenting themselves on some level of another, or some level or another. There could be opportunities presenting themselves, my earth signs, and you will have many options. This would be something very exciting for you to do. You could be working on a project. You could be learning something different, choosing to do something different as far as work is concerned or career is concerned. Okay, lots of options here. 7 of Cups. I'm taking it as options at this point for now because you have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles here as well. To me, I feel you have options. Things to explore. Okay? So far, options. Options in direction of life. Of course, taking new paths that are more fitting for you, more emotionally fulfilling. Okay? Taking new paths. And knowing what it is that does fulfill you as well. Okay? My earth signs. We have some energy of walking away and seeing a truth, being honest with self, understanding that you have overcome quite a bit here with the 9 of Wands. There may be something or someone that you may not be trusting at this point. If there is any kind of conflict or confusion, it could be from a family setting in which you, like I said, there's something changing here with the Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. And then you have the King of Swords, which, of course, you're thinking more logically, making decisions from what you've already learned, regardless of what level that is, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, even relationships as far as people, family members, people you socialize with, so-called friends or co-workers or things like that. There's a lot that you have learned here with the 9 of Wands energy. There could have been a point where, yeah, like you're changing the direction. There's something you're taking action on here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. You're taking on some type of action here. It's a decision you're making. It's like you can see your success and happiness elsewhere. You can see your ships coming in elsewhere. So there's change here with Judgment. There's some type of truth and awakening energy that has you trusting yourself, and not so far as trusting yourself, but not needing validation from other people, far as so-called friends, family, lovers, co-workers, etc. There may have been something that you were, you learned something new, or you will be learning something new. It's like you're turning away from something traditional that you've always done. It could be concerning work. There's something traditional that you've always done, and maybe you become really good at it, but maybe, let's say, it's something that you didn't want to make a career out of, but you were told that you're good at it. Let's say a lover or some family members, mom, dad, auntie, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever. Okay, family members, anybody could have had a verbal input in this, right? To where they may have told you, hey, you know what, you're really good at that. You should take it upon yourself to learn more, and that should be what you take on. That's for you. That fits you. And this could have very well came from some business as far as family. You know, if you have started a business or if there was some kind of family business, maybe you were a part of that and you learned it, you know it really well, but the truth is, the clarity that you're getting at this point, or you could be getting at some point, or awakening to, right, is that it's really not as fulfilling as you thought it would be, or it was fulfilling because you were doing what others wanted you to do, or you were taking a position or taking part in some type of business or work. It could be concerning family, like working together in the family business, or it's something you did on your own, but people told you you would be good at it. Maybe you did start off good at it, learned it, aced it, mastered it, but still found it to be not so fulfilling. And you're deciding to walk away from that, and I feel there may be some conflict about it. Okay, yeah, see, it's some family dynamic. And it's like, you don't want to do what everybody else wants you to do anymore. You would rather do your own thing, venture off and do your own thing, do what fulfills you. Yeah, it's like a head over heart decision, King of Swords. When it comes to your achievements, you're probably very well rounded and grounded and well achieved, okay? But maybe not so happy about it. Not feeling fulfilled from it. And this could have also brought about confusion, conflict, arguments with family members, something like that. Maybe even a lover. Okay, even if you decide to have a business with a lover and that's not working out so well, maybe you learn some truth about the lover you were sharing this business with. Something had become clear, and maybe you spoke up about that, and maybe you found out that you could not trust this person that you are in business with. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, it could be family business. For others of you, it could be something between you and a partner. It don't even have to be a love partner. It could just be a partner that you partnered up with in business. Okay? And maybe you're deciding that that's not for you. You don't see yourself achieving anything any further with that portion of business, whether it's family or personal, or, you know, in business in a love relationship, running a business with a lover, a partner, a husband, a wife, whatever. Okay? But you're very excited about going off on your own. So don't allow yourself to be distracted by any confusion, any conflict, any arguments. Do not let people burden you because of what you're choosing to do. Don't let anybody hold you back and tell you that you shouldn't do something when you know that you can do it. You know that it feels good to you to even think of the idea of doing something on your own. Some people are going to be offended by your choices. But I feel like, you know, you're a very loving person, a generous person, whoever this is resonating for. They see you as this Queen of Cups, so you could be the one who did a lot of the nurturing when it came to the business, on either side of it. Family business, partnership business, you know, or a business between you and a lover. Okay, you always very generous or very wise or very intuitive, knowing, okay, even though you offer love and nurturing to the whole situation, but yet knowing in the back of your mind, this is not for me anymore. Okay, right, because what you want is your wish fulfillment. You do. Nine of Cups showing up the Ace of Pentacles and Judgment. So it's like it's like an energetic reset to where the decision, even if you haven't made this decision, you may make it in the future. So it's like it's a regeneration or a wake up call for you to see the opportunities and resources that are being offered to you. And I feel like some of that could be spiritual as well, or it could come through other beings here in the 3D, but you have to pay attention to it and trust it. Nine of Wands, you may not really trust it, but it will be your wish fulfillment. To go in a different direction, start something on your own, walking away from other things that are not fulfilling. Maybe the family business wasn't fulfilling. They told you that you could do it, you were good at it, but it's not something you really chose to do. Others was choosing it for you, okay? That could very well be, as well as there's other dynamics here to where, or dynamic scenarios, there's other scenarios here to where it could have very well just been with a partner. And it could have been a love partner. Either way it goes, there's three different scenarios here, okay? Someone may not have packed fair when it came to a business. You finally allowed yourself to see the truth, Two of Swords. Ace of Swords. You allowed yourself to see the truth. Maybe you learned something about this person, whichever level it was. Take it, how it resonates for you and where it resonates. But more than likely, you saw some type of, it could have been some kind of injustice. Maybe somebody was trying to steal when it came to money. Or maybe someone wasn't reporting all of the earnings and the financial, the financial growth or whatever when it comes to the business. Or a business, family business, business with a partner, or business with a lover. You definitely didn't, it's like you no longer seek growth with that. And you'd rather move away from that and do your own thing. A lot of you, this is family, a family situation to where, maybe they thought you were kind of naive and not sure what you wanted to do, so they just told you what it was you would be doing. But it's like, that you can have this same energy, but you can have it within yourself with the Fool being here, because that's new beginnings here. Taking a risk, leap of faith, new beginnings. Doing something you've never done before. Okay? And taking the lead here. Like really taking the initiative to move on from this whole situation, whatever it was. It could have been a lot of confusion. It could have been a lot of conflict, arguing, even fighting, because when it comes to family, and then you have all these wands, that's a lot of fire. Okay? And there's a lot of conflict. People being offended, like I said, about what it is you're choosing to do or not do anymore. And then and you could very well be choosing not to give financially as well, because maybe someone knows that you're in a business or you have money, or okay. And again, someone could be not packing fair when it comes to the finances. Like if someone tells you, hey, I don't have as much, they may not be honest about that. Or they try to make it seem like they have more, they may not be honest about that. Maybe they seeming like they have more money than they really do. Okay, that could be a situation here as well. But whatever it is, you've gotten clarity about it. You've learned it. Okay. Yeah, you're having the strength to move forward in this. Okay. Taming the beast. You could have very well have been trying to even avoid any conflict or argument, because you already know pretty much, I guess, what was going on in this situation. You pretty much maybe kept some things to yourself so that you could move out of this situation here. Somebody definitely could have been someone definitely could have been taking money. I just keep feeling taking, because of the Seven of Cups is confusion, as well as you having options to do other things elsewhere. But there's a energy of someone may have been stealing money, okay, with all these swords here. You got the Nine of Swords along with the Two of Swords, and then you have the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, Six of Swords. So someone very well could have been stealing. So I feel like there's things you have learned here, Earth signs. There's things that have been learned or lessons that have been learned concerning, trying to do business with people, trying to trust family in business, or trying to trust a love partner in business. Even if it was a friend that you tried to trust, you may have felt, yeah, there's a lot of swords here. So someone could have been feeding or projecting some type of illusion as if they were doing, the right thing when it came to the finances, and they were not. In fact, they may have lied about some money. Maybe something came up missing. It has something to do with money here. Yeah, Seven of Wands. You creating a lot of boundaries, because there are people who are. I'm getting frustrated with the fact that they either can't use you, or they can't get you to give the way you used to give, or they're not appreciating the fact that maybe because you've caught on to whatever has happened here financially, as far as betrayal is concerned, because you've caught on to it, they're offended by it, pissed off about it, want to argue about it, fight about it. And you're like, no, you're just creating your boundaries, and I feel like you're separating yourself, because you may have already made plans to go elsewhere, do other things, and you've learned your lesson about dealing with lovers in business, dealing with family in business, things like that. Or allowing someone, if it was just a partnership with a friend, allowing someone to persuade you to get something started with them when they didn't have good intentions. But you received a wake-up call. And there's opportunities and resources for you, Earth signs, to move forward and create whatever it is you want to create. Three of Wands, that's an energy of waiting. That is an energy of focus. That is an energy of vision. Seeing where to go, how to move, what to do, who to deal with. Three of Wands, connections, partnerships, right? With like-minded people. And Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, moving away from conflict, fighting, arguments, any type of illusions, any type of lies, deception, moving away from all that. And learning the lesson of maybe not doing business with people, period. But if you want to go into business, do it on your own. That's just Queen of Pentacles energy. Self-made type of energy, right? Then you have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. And this is you maybe experiencing some type of delays, whatever was happening financially. You could have even been getting some type of spiritual downloads to heighten your intuition, to where you may have received some type of confirmations, or you received enlightenment on what was going on overall. Okay? And so it showed you, hey, maybe you're the one that is in the family business, and you're saying, I don't have to continue on doing this. It's not fulfilling for me. Eight of Cups, I'm walking away. I care about y'all. I love y'all, but I'll release you with love, because intuitively, I know this is not for me. Queen of Cups. So I'm going to move on, and to each his own. This is my decision, and this decision is final, and stand in your grounds on those decisions. Okay? Enlightenment. Wake-up call. A call to your duty. Some of you have spiritual gifts. It's like some of you have spiritual gifts, and that's what you're being called to do. Start on some type of project, doing something on your own, opening up some type of, a small shop to, sell products, or maybe you're starting to mix things and make things, candles, or, books, oils, hairline products, things that are natural. It's things that you've been enlightened about, along with judgment, and it's your truth. And it's going to help you push forward. Leo energy. Sun card at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you're going to remain in this childlike energy. And that's the energy that's going to help you to create. Because children, their imagination is that of freedom. I can do whatever I want. I can fly. I can jump high. I'm Superman. I'm Wonder Woman. I can be Batman. Whatever that child is thinking is their imagination. And this is the energy in which is greatest and best to manifest in. So I feel like you're enjoying your freedom, and I feel like you're exploring what's new, what's next for you. And you know you have to create boundaries, because more than likely where you're going is going to be very stable. It's going to be for you. You may feel very much at home where you're going, whatever you may create. You're going to be very passionate about. You're going to love what it is you do. And you're not going to have to worry about any confusion. You're not going to have to worry about anyone taking or stealing or not being honest. You're not going to have to worry about anybody being two-faced or shady, right? And you're not going to have to worry about any conflict or arguing or anything of that nature, okay? Right. So this may make you feel bad to some extent, to cut people off or to exit the building when it comes to the family business, or to shut down a business or a person. Um, it may make you feel bad to do this because, you know, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you like things to be stable. You like things to be secure. You want everybody to be happy, or everything to be in order. You know, you want things to be right. You just want people to be fair, just, right? Do things that, you know, are in the right way. Do things the right way. And everybody don't operate like that. So it may put you in an energy of feeling remorseful, or feeling, a loss, because I feel like it's an energy of you separating yourself from people. Anybody that you may have had any kind of entanglements with, right? Even when it comes to possible contracts or anything like that, um, you're laying a lot of things to rest. You're clearing out. You're clearing that energy so that you can be free, so that you can focus on you and what it is you'd like to create. And so, besides that energy, there are other people who are going to have a lot of regrets, all right, for, whatever it is they call themselves doing. If it was someone taking, or not being honest, or being two-faced, or keeping up a lot of conflict, because Five of Wands is here again, keeping a lot of arguments and confusion going on, a lot of drama, right? And you may have people trying to get in the way of what it is you're trying to do. Even stop you. Literally stop you from moving on. Six of Swords. Stop you and interrupt you, when it comes to connections. Three of Wands. And so, like I said, this is what you're going away from. You may feel remorseful, or you may feel a little uneasy about having to cut all this out. But at the same time, you do know that it's for the best, it's for your highest good, to exit all the negative energies, to separate yourself from anybody that's being envious, anybody that's being manipulative, anybody that's secretly in competition with you. You're not for any of that type of low vibrational energy. You want better. That's why the Six of Swords is here. That's why the Three of Wands is here. You want better. You're not for the pettiness. You're not for the confusion. You're not for the drama. That's not what you want. So people are going to suffer the loss of you, but and there'll be in a lot of regret. But you're going to ultimately, you'll overcome it. But at first, I feel like it's going to make you feel bad about the decisions you may have to make. But it's for you to make these decisions anyway. So a lot of you could have someone that you may end up meeting. King of Pentacles is showing up along with the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you may have someone that you may end up meeting after you've made these decisions to move away from all of this conflict, the drama, whatever's going on with the family dynamic. I keep feeling soulmate, so as far as a partnership, when it comes to working together with someone in business. So it could be somebody that you felt like was a soulmate, who you probably felt would not lead you wrong, but you trusted this person and they did just exactly They did just exactly that. They led you wrong, or they may have led you astray. Okay, or they could have left you solo to deal with everything, and not helped out when it came to the actual physical work of the business. So when you guys cut this out, even if you were dealing with a lover and you were in business with a lover, it could have been some of y'all, you could have been married to somebody and y'all started a business together and found out a lot of things going on behind your back that you didn't know anything about. Okay, and now you're realizing, you probably been watching yourself, investigating on your own, and you're finding out things. Ace of Swords, you're finding out things you didn't know was going on. Page of Pentacles, something new, right? But it also allowed you to make a decision with the Eight of Cups. So after the decisions are being made, Earth signs, you may very well have someone come in who's going to match your energy, who will also give you more ideas, input, and probably even a little education on investments, growing a business, growing money, right? And even connections with like-minded people that can also help you to achieve those goals as well. And that would be you learning something new, learning something different to push forward with business, however that goes for you. So my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I hope that this resonated for some of you guys. What you don't see coming is that some of you may have a person that's going to match your energy. If you are male or female in the Queen of Pentacles energy, which that was the bottom of the deck, and some of y'all could have very well been in some type of partnership, business partnership, lover, family, or friend, to where that person was someone who matched your energy during that time, and that's someone you're coming away from as well. And therefore, when that decision is made and you do cross that fork in the road, you're going to meet someone new that will help or be of some type of assistance when it comes to business, investing. Some of y'all, maybe it is stocks, Bitcoin, whatever it is, accounts that can grow money. It's something that you're going to be learning with that Page of Pentacles. Okay, Earth signs? So I hope something was said that can help you move forward. This is what you may not see coming or what you do not see coming. Again, it may be a better partnership that you can trust. Okay? Because what you coming away from, you don't trust none of these folks. You didn't have it with these folks. They got you in this Eight of Cups energy along with this King of Swords energy. But you're thinking logically, right? Head over heart. So that's what you don't see coming. All right, guys. So until next time, take care.